second international youth camp of the BRICS countries has opened in the Ulyanovsk region of Russia. 60 participants from all 5 BRICS countries, mean Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South African countries, include youth leaders, students, researchers, social workers, professionals, and representatives from government and non-government organizations. The participants of the camp were greeted in a video format by Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Russian Federation Sergey Lavrov, Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports of the Government of India, and many other representatives of the foreign states. Participants are working on different eco-projects in the international team for solving environmental problems. A 10-member delegation from South Africa headed by Asanda Luwaca, Executive Chairperson of the National Youth Development of South Africa, is taking part in the second International BRICS Youth Camp. Diana Kovela, representative of the Project Office of International Youth Cooperation, Russia BRICS, Deputy Director, Head of the International Relations Department, Ulyanovsk, Capital of Culture Foundation, took an interview from Asanda Luwaca, the Executive Chairperson of Nyda.
Nice to meet you, Asanda. Thank you that you are here today in the second International BRICS Youth Camp. Could you tell me, why did you take a decision to come to the second International BRICS Youth Camp?
Thank you, Dan, thank you for having me. So it was, so important for us to be part of this, not just myself, but, the entire South African delegation. So that we could see how best can we or continue on fostering the relations that would have been established, and also just to serve as a platform to network with other young people, engage, and just impart whatever knowledge that we can give, but equally receive from the other participants as well.
Have you ever been to Russia before?
No, I haven't. This is my first time. Yeah.
And I hope not the last time.
I hope so too. It definitely won't be the last.
I hope.
Yeah.
What does South African youth know about Russia?
I'd actually think it's probably that it's quite cold this side. I know just, speaking to some of the delegates, everyone brought, their winter clothes, the jackets, the boots, I guess because there was that perception that, we're coming to a cold region and so we need to prepare for such. But obviously we arrived and it's the complete opposite. Yeah, but it's great weather nowadays.
Yes. And what does South African youth knows about BRICS?
I think there's room for expanding on our knowledge and also just imparting that knowledge on young people so that we can break down the misinformation that they have as it relates to BRICS and the historic establishment of this multilateral relationship that we have with the other countries. So it's I guess it's definitely then incumbent on us, especially the South African delegation, to go back to our counterparts and just to take them through why it is so important for us to be part of such such relations and such initiatives as well.
Thank you. Are there any joint projects or programs between South Africa and Russian youth?
I guess that's partly why we're here, so that where there are areas of collaboration, we can definitely leverage on them. We do have a keen interest on, seeing how the two countries can work together for the betterment of youth. So we do look forward to, when the time arrives, just to get into those discussions and seeing what partnerships can be established going forward.
I see. Asanda, we know SABIA, South African BRICS Youth Association. We know SAISA, South African International Students Association. They are our good friends and partners.
Yes.
What are the other international youth organizations in South Africa?
So there's quite a number, or let me say, not as much as we would like, but I think partly part of why we're here is to establish those relations, as well as just seeing how we can tap into the international arena, so that South African youth can have or be better exposed to organizations that exist on not just the continent but the entire globe as a whole. So
I see. And do you have the non-government organizations in South Africa? Youth non-government organizations. Youth NGOs, non-government or
yes.
non-profit organizations.
Yes. There's quite a number. There's quite a few. So also part of the work that we do at the NYDA would be there's a program that we have, the National Youth Service Program, where we specifically target NGOs or NPOs that are doing work in the youth sector. So we bring them on board, and they would then do the work or as it relates to youth development in whatever spheres, education, sports, or the likes. So we work quite closely with NGOs and NPOs that have a youth focus.
I see. Are they interested in international cooperation?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. So we're trying not to just limit the work to a regional, local level, but where we can see that there's an opportunity for them to get exposure on an international platform, then we would definitely be willing to be that linkage between the two.
Okay. What does the South Africa Youth Policy focuses on today, and how are these goals being achieved?
So our work or our mandate would be derived from our national youth policy, and within that policy there are various pillars that looks at areas of education and skills development, entrepreneurship, social cohesion, nation building and social cohesion, and the likes. I just forgot the other two pillars. But basically, the work that we do at the NYDA would incorporate all those pillars. So if we're looking at the education and skills development, at the level of the NYDA, we have programs that look at funding students to advance themselves in the spaces of institutions of higher learning. If you're looking at the other pillars as well, just nation building, we've got the National Youth Service Program, entrepreneurship, we've got our grant program. So everything, our work is aligned to best realize the goals and the objectives that are outlined in the National Youth Policy.
I see. Thank you, Asanda. What efforts in the NYDA doing or going to do to sustain this established relationship with Russia?
Oh, okay. Well, definitely it would be, to continue on, with the communication and regular interactions, but also to see how we can identify possible partnerships to work with the Russian youth in the foreseeable future, either through exchange programs or the likes, so that both counterparts can be able to find value in the partnership that we would have built.
I see. And what contribution can Russian organizations bring to the NYDA?
Well, I would have to say we obviously welcome any form of contribution. It's something that we don't take lightly. So anything from expertise to exposure to anything that will assist in advancing the young person in the country. So yeah, we definitely would welcome any form of initiative.
I see. Thank you, Asanda. What opportunities are available within the NYDA for international organizations?
So I think for me it would be, partnerships where both parties would be able to expose their respective youth to the two, So it would be exposure, either in the form of cultural experiences, or for them to be able to sell their products or services, and network, and anything that can have or yield the positive outcome.
I see. This year, China has the chairmanship of BRICS. The next year, South Africa. What youth events are you going to implement?
Sure. I think for me, when we speak about youth events, it becomes important for us to have events that have an impact. So if we are going to converge or convene young people, there needs to be something that they walk away with, be it an opportunity of some sort, or information, or networking. But the idea around whatever formal shape that event takes place, it should be underscored by what is the impact that it can make in changing the lives of young people.
I see. Dear Asanda, what could you wish to the participants of the second International Youth BRICS Camp?
I think it's to really to take this opportunity, not waste it, to give it the seriousness that it deserves, and but I guess more than that, to have fun. We are young people. We need to have fun. We need to network, and whatever that we gain from this, to be able to plow it back into our respective countries.
I see. Thank you, dear Asanda.
Thank you very much.
Dear friends, it was Asanda Luwaca. We had an interview with Asanda Luwaca, Executive Chairperson of South African National Youth Development Agency. Thank you for your attention. Thank you, Asanda.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
TV BRICS with JANHITTIMES.